Indiana, like the rest of the country, is still recovering from the Great Recession, and that recovery is having an impact on the ability of young people to get work. Dejonique Garrison, a correspondent with the Medill News Service, spent the day at the Jobs for America's Graduates' 8th annual youth conference in the nation's capital, finding out how funding for the school-to-work transition program on the federal level could affect Hoosier youth.
At the Jobs for American Graduates Conference in Washington this week, there was little celebration of end of the recession, not with young people, especially at-risk teens who still are feeling a financial squeeze. But even there, some of the news was good.
Over the last 54 months, we've created more than 10 million new private sector jobs. The unemployment rate, which reached a high of 10% in October of 2009, fell to 6.1% last month.
And Deputy Labor Secretary Christopher Lu said Obama administration programs such as My Brother's Keeper and Youth Build are helping get youth access to jobs and careers in growth areas of the economy.
We know that far too many people are struggling to get a foothold in the middle class. Too many people are working harder and falling further behind. Too many job seekers are still sitting on the bench.
Out of the 32 states participating in the JAG program, Indiana reaches the most students with over $6 million allotted in its state budget. But even with those successful numbers, the structure of the program may be in jeopardy due to proposed legislation.
Now, with Congress, they have just recently passed what's called the Workforce Investment and Opportunity Act. And one of the changes that's actually in that bill is it is requiring that these workforce boards actually change their funding, that 70% of the dollars goes towards individuals that have dropped out of school, versus right now we spend about 70% of those federal dollars to keep kids in school.
House Speaker John Boehner's assistant defended Congress's adjustment to the education funding formula.
We know that you all do a great job of trying to take those at-risk kids and keep them in school. I think the members of Congress felt like there were not other resources available that could target this particular population.
As the commissioner of the Indiana Department of Workforce, Sanders says he will continue to lobby so that the JAG program in Indiana will continue to service students before dropping out is an option. In Washington, Dejonique Garrison, Medill reports.